At the study sessions I participated in this summer, we read and discussed a few texts about asking for forgiveness in advance of Yom Kippur. The conversations led me to think about the kinds of apologies we make at this time of year, as well as at other times. It seemed to me that there are many ways to get them wrong. I wondered, how do we get them right? In our house, we often talk about what doesn't count as an apology. Apologies don't count if they include the word but, like, I'm sorry I did that, but. This isn't actually an apology. It's a way of justifying what we did and sometimes placing the blame on the other person. Another bad apology might sound like this. I'm sorry that when I did that, you felt that way. Here again, we are turning it around on the other person, implying that they are in the wrong for reacting to our action in a certain way. One of the texts that got me thinking about meaningful apologies was from Mishnah Yoma. It states that on Yom Kippur, you can atone for transgressions between yourself and God, but not for those between yourself and another person until you have appeased that person. It seems clear that if we have hurt another person, we need to ask that person for forgiveness. But I worry about what an apology really achieves if the motivation is to get oneself ready for Yom Kippur. An apology should focus on the other person, but how do you focus on the other person when your goal is to prepare yourself to atone? And what is the experience of the one being asked for forgiveness? If you had been hurt by someone and you received an apology from them right before Yom Kippur, wouldn't you wonder if they were truly remorseful or if they just wanted to clear their slate? You might feel obligated to forgive them right then, even if you are not ready, to allow them to be ready to atone on Yom Kippur. Worse would be to receive a blanket apology, like, I'm sorry for anything I might have done to you over the past year. To me, it would feel pretty clear that the person apologizing was more concerned with their own needs than with mending the relationship. There's not even a stated wrongdoing, just a span of time that needs to be cleansed of sin. In a text from Mishnah Torah, Maimonides explains that if one asks for forgiveness and is not forgiven, the person seeking forgiveness must try again with 3 witnesses. If not forgiven, they must return and try 2 more times. If the one who was wronged still does not offer forgiveness, they become the sinner. While I agree that it is important to ask for forgiveness more than once if needed, the specific rules on doing so seem to undermine the goal of the apology. First, doesn't bringing 3 witnesses just put pressure on the person to forgive? Second, why is there a set limit on the number of times you should ask for forgiveness? If everyone knows that the one who was wronged will become the sinner after a certain number of asks, then what motivates the person asking for forgiveness to offer a sincere apology? So what are features of a meaningful apology? One seems to be that the person who has been wronged does not feel an obligation or timeline to forgive. They may need space and time to decide how to respond to the expression of remorse. Another is that the one making the apology does not assume or expect that the other will forgive. To be truly remorseful, they should be ready, if forgiveness is not granted, to walk away without feeling anger or resentment. They should be willing to try again another time, deadline or no deadline. Ultimately, it seems that when we are offering a sincere apology to someone, we are attempting to make, or maybe to remake, an honest connection with them. We are reaching out to them, and in doing so, taking a risk because we do not know if they will reach back. For a moment, we are out there, exposed, allowing the possibility of being rejected. And then, if we are lucky and they do forgive us, the connection is achieved. Maybe this is asking too much of ourselves. Surely not every apology needs to feel so momentous. But I think that if we can all restore at least one meaningful connection during the high holidays, we will have built a stronger foundation on which to start the new year. Shana Tova.